Well, Mr. Begley, you've done it again. Do you know what, right, people, right, I've just heard this video from, it comes out as Hyungs. His name's David Zaka. He's just done a video. I don't know what church he belongs to or whatever, you know what I mean? There's a lot of like Vatican-based priests dotting around all over the place, and we all know what the Vatican are. Anyway, this chap, David, has been trying to sort out this situation with Paul Begley that seems to subscribe to the opinion of BP Earthwatch. So I heard somebody previous to this talking about this BP Earthwatch and thought, what is he all about? He sounds like one of the ones. He's got the same kind of like lies going through it, you know. And he sounds like a deviant when he talks, you know. He's got all this like stuff in his mouth, and you can hear it all clacking around when he's talking, and it's just like, oh. Anyway, this guy, I thought, right, I'm going to subscribe to him and just look through everything because I've got an awkward account. It's able, so I thought I'll subscribe to him and start looking at all of his videos. And I found that one in the Old Testament. He says it was written by Satan. Dude, get a life, right? So, what's Isaiah and all those guys ever done to you? Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you what, mate. At BP Earthwatch, I wouldn't want to be you. Put it that way, right? I ain't going to judge you because I don't know what exactly is what, but no, the Old Testament wasn't written by Lucifer. If you remember, he's into himself. Why would he have anything to do with co-writing the Bible, for crying out loud? Anyway, yeah, there was another guy that was trying to call this BP Earthwatch out. But anyway, yeah, this thing is, but the thing is, it's like a lie within a lie within a lie, because you can have a false prophet calling another false prophet out, and another false prophet calling that one out, and that one out. A lie within a lie within a lie. I'm getting really annoyed because I smell a rat. And one of the guys that called him out has got a big fat cross on his wall. The other guy that's just been called out, Paul Begley, has got a cross on the wall. He's got an idol on his wall. And he's been told about it. Anyway, Paul Begley has been like psyching Satan out and winding him up and whatnot and saying, oh, come on, I dare you, and all this, that, and the other. And that idol fell off his wall, and he's saying that he's thrown at him. Oh, was it thrown at you? No, I'm calling you out. You're a filthy liar. All right? Now, I don't care what people think about me, whether they think I'm not a Christian or like whatever, because of this video. I really don't care. But that's just another guy that gives me the creeps. Okay? He just gives me the creeps. Just looking at one of his videos, he makes my skin crawl to look at him. He starts off and he opens his videos and he goes, what? Like that. And he's like, screaming. Screaming and screeching. And I'm like, dude. And he says the same thing every time he opens up with the same thing. Every time he does a video. Same thing. Same thing. Paul Begley screaming, screaming, screaming. So that just says to me that with all these different subject matters that he feels exactly the same about each and every one of them. Because the level of screeching is exactly the same on each video as he opens them up. Quite frankly, the guy gives me the creeps. He's like a little kiddie fiddler on heat. Right? I didn't say he is. I said he's like one. Because that's what he gives me, right? And another thing that gets on my nerves with these false prophets as well, it is like child molestation, is when they tell the listener that they haven't got it clued up if they don't listen to their ministry, right? And if they don't adhere to what they're saying, if they don't, like, you know, take on the same opinion as they've got, oh, you're not clued up, you're asleep, you're a sheeple, you're a... Yeah. I've heard it all before. And then you got the guys in the suits, and you got some from the prophecy club. They'll stand there and they'll force a praise the Lord out of people without it coming naturally. You're like, praise the Lord. Say what? Praise the Lord. Say what? It's like, look, if they don't feel like saying it, then they shouldn't be saying it because you're forcing them to. And speaking to people like idiots, it's like, look, guys, I don't think you're idiots, man. We're all trying to get to the end of this, but anyway, this flipping Paul Begley has not got back in touch with this guy, David Zachary. He hasn't got back in touch with him. Why am I not surprised? Listen, David, he's not going to get back in touch with you, all right? Because that's the way he is. He's a false prophet. He's got nothing to say. If he does, it'll be some lousy excuse for why he subscribes to BP Earthwatch's opinion. Okay? All right? Don't expect a reply if somebody's trying to make a valid point. Okay? And if you're a false prophet, or if you're from the Vatican direction, you know how this ends. All right? But anyway, I'm just glad I'm not in a religion, mate. I just really am glad I'm not in a religion, right? So I think almost most of them come from the Vatican now. Or they're being tweaked by them or corrupted. I know the Bible did mention 7 churches at some point. So there were meant to be 7 churches. So whatever's happened, they've all screwed up and they've all been infiltrated by now. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you. You won't get a reply out of Paul Begley because he's a false prophet. There you go. There's your answer. False prophets have a habit of not replying when you make a valid point. I've actually asked David Icke a few questions valid, and he's never replied. Yep. That's about the size of it. You won't get a reply. There you go. There's your answer because he's a false prophet. And I tell you, news channel 497, they're all connected with him. They keep reposting for him. I don't know whether it's Mary Greeley's or not. I'm not sure, but like, you know, news channel 497, I think it is. They keep reposting for him, so they obviously subscribe to this Paul Begley character. He looks like he's thrown up all over himself. Anyway, I'll see you later.